An old friend. Frank McCourt was born in Brooklyn, grew up in Ireland, and Frank received the Pulitzer Prize and National Book Critics Circle Award for his memoir, Angela's Ashes, in 1996. His latest title is Teacher Man, detailing the challenges of being a young, uncertain teacher who must impart knowledge to his students. Frank.
On an occasion like this, the audience falls into two different groups. Those who are here for the event and those who are here to repair their own love affairs. And the old repairers are in the back talking away and paying no attention whatsoever to Mayor Koch and the other distinguished authors and celebrities who are here, including myself. So I think a wall should come down over there so that the speakers after me can be heard by those who want to hear them. And that's my sarcastic remark for today. And the other thing I want to say, at a historic event like this, I said this a few years ago down at the Tenement Museum. I was giving a talk in a local school auditorium, and I said, I'm the only man I know, man or woman, who has lived in the 5 boroughs of New York. And I asked the audience, has anybody else had that experience? And one guy put his hand up, and I said, I'd like to meet you outside. He disappeared. So this is the one distinction I had. And if Mayor Koch was still mayor, he'd surely put a medal on my chest, the 5 borough medal. I've lived in 5 boroughs and worked in 4. I've never worked in the Bronx. Maybe I should get a job up there to complete the circle. But in my early days in New York, when I was 19 years old, a pimply-faced, almost toothless kid from Ireland, wandering around here, I discovered 2 places. One nearly did me in, and the other helped me to flourish. The one that nearly did me in was the White Horse Tavern, which was a wonderful place, equal almost in culture to the Strand, because in those days you had people like Delmore Schwartz, Michael Harrington, the Clancy brothers, Patrick Boyne, Daniel Patrick Boyne. All those people went into the White Horse Tavern. Later on, we moved over to the Lion's Head. But in those days, then I started going to NYU after I got out of the army. The beneficiary of that wonderful piece of legislation called the GI Bill. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tonight. I'd be driving a bus, which is not a bad occupation, or I'd be sitting on my arse drawing Social Security. But so I went to NYU and I made my way over here, because in those days, as you know, this was just one long book row. But this place was very seedy. And people come in here not to look at books, but to lurk. There was a lot of lurking going on at the Strand, and they knew it because they were benign. There was a kind of, I hate to say the word, an English tolerance of lurkers. All the possible deviancies of sex were here, political persuasion and so on, all in these bookshops, which now looks too clean. This place looks too damn clean and prosperous, but it better survive because the bookshops are closing everywhere. In San Francisco,
down and back!
A clean, well-lighted place for books just closed down in San Francisco. In Dublin, Green's bookshop closed down last week. And I despair. As I grow older, I look over my shoulder. I see certain things flourishing and certain things dying. I see the old bookshops dying, and I see digital shit and digital that flourishing everywhere. Well, nothing can replace this bookshop. Nothing in the world. And may the Strand succeed.